administration of the kingdom. The Asantehema's palace is not far from where the Asantehene would have his seat. It's just the same place, but just a different home. And they do not stay at one particular area or one place. The Asantehema is from the Menshia Palace. When you enter, she lives ahead, and then the inner perimeter is where we have the Asantehene's bungalow, or the Asantehene's official sitting. And so this is how it must be done. From the place where the emergency meeting took effect or took place, they have to proceed straight into the palace of the Asantehema. That is what custom demands. That is what tradition demands. And a long procession by the chiefs and the queen mothers taking place or taking effect right now. That is the tradition of the Ashanti people. The Asantehene is joining this procession, but definitely the very last person who would make his entry into the palace of the Asantehema. Now, what they are going to do over there is to meet the entourage of the Asantehema, the people who sit together with the Asantehema. That is the Oyoko family members, the Asantehema's entourage. I must put it in proper perspective. They are going to meet them to sympathize with them. Earlier, the Asantehene indicated that he had met the chiefs and the paramountcies to tell them about the incident, but then officially he had to meet the entire council to also give them the announcement. This announcement is not solely official to the public. That one will be done, but this is to the Asante Traditional Council, which encompasses all of the chiefs, the queen mothers, divisional chiefs, and among others. So all of them are now moving in. We've seen the Mampohema who had come in earlier, the Komewuhine. We've seen the Agogohema. All those who matter are part of the procession you see right now. All of them are moving into the palace of the Asantehemaa, Nana Konadu Yiadom. Now, a little bit of history about Nana Konadu Yiadom III. She was and stood as the Asantehemaa in 2017, as I stated earlier, taking over from her mother, Nana Efiakobi Ampim. She is the biological sister of the Asantehene Otumfo Osetutu II. But as custom demands, that recognition as brother and sister would not be made anytime your siblings occupying the stool as king or chief respectively. But then you are taking the role as mother. And so per custom, although the biological sister of the current Asantehene, she took up the role as the mother of. And he's getting closer, and so the chiefs would have to hurriedly move in for the Asantehene to come. This is the Menshia Palace scenes you're having here. That is the Manson Kwantahene you also see in your shot. Yes, and the Asantehene coming. You see these leaves signaling that he is almost here. His entourage have taken lead. They are all coming in. All of them wearing black, brown, signaling that we are in a mood of mourning. It is a very sad day for all of them. Very, very sad day for all of them. The Asantehene is coming. We see the Jetekuku from afar, which shows that he is getting closer to this place. These people you see are the Asantehene's personal entourage. It does not really, they do not really form paramountcies, but chiefs who play significant roles in the Menshia Palace. All of them leading as the Asantehene comes into the sitting of the Asantehemaa, Nana Konadu Yiadom III. You see the chiefs, all of them coming in, joining the Asantehene as he makes his official entry into the Asantehema's bungalow. So we would have to take steps and get in because the Asantehene is here. When we do not get in before he does, it is going to be very, very difficult for us to enter. But then I would want my camera to pan a little bit so they can see up there. You see the Jetekuku, that is, yes, signaling the arrival of the Asantehene. Yes, he's coming in. The Asantehene is coming in to mourn with the family. He's coming in to mourn with the family. And so you see him in your shots. Now we have made our entry into the palace of the Asantehemaa, Nana Konadu Yiadom. Now they are singing chants. The face of the Asantehene signals sorrow. A day of mourning. A day of mourning. The Asantehene is mourning. So officially the Asantehene has entered the palace of the Asantehemaa, Nana Konadu Yiadom III. Today he is mourning, he is angry, he is sad because Nana is no more. So that is the Asantehene. So we have to, you can see the Jabehene also coming. The Jabehene, he's also joining the Asantehene. Former Council of State Chair Nana Otiosrebo joining the Asantehene at the Asantehema's official Bangalore. And so that is what you see here. Today they say Obepoe Tutu, which is to say that it is a very sad day for them. When the announcement was made, it was indicated that all official seats at the palace be turned upside down. So you see Achamfo, the Asafohene. We are unable to speak to them because in such a day they are not to communicate with the press. But we'll do well to see if we can get anybody to speak to, anybody at all to speak to share their grief, and then to tell us a little bit about what we are to expect in the coming days. The team have moved in already, but then some of them are coming out, and others are also going in. They have been told not to. We've been told not to speak to any other person, if not the people who are designated to do so. So if we are able to spot the Mampohima, we would speak to her. But then you can see now a very packed place. The palace of the Asantehemaa is very packed, and the tents you see here are all black, red. Ordinarily, you would not see all these, but it is to tell you that the region is mourning. It is a very sad day for all of them. The Asantehemaa Nana Konadu Yiadom III has passed. At 91, she passed on the 7th of August. That's Thursday. The Oyoko family are mourning the demise of the second most powerful person in the Ashanti region. She held on as the Asantehemas from 2017 when she took over from her mother, Nana Efia Kobi. I see social commentator Pierre Stadium also here. Now we are allowed to go in to see what is really happening inside there. Now this is the inner perimeter itself of the Asantehemaa. A very sad day for all the chiefs and queen mothers gathered here, with the Asantehemaa No more. We would. You can see people mourning. They are mourning the demise of the Asantehemaa. The Asantehene, while delivering the announcement, was seen in a very sober mood. Let's see if we can speak to Abia Stadium. Abia, Ote Asemi, I know Yapa because they are higher now. Ote, one can find a sense to say.
Say, Yabakosema is the entire say. At the case, say every year, sir. It did not be in our class. Mamma, one yard, you shut up. Any Brian Shefufu, there's one in Biana or Yatete or London. The Abacos are on Yadi. If you say, and if you could be so amping coino, the Chidia Beni, Anna Sakoya Bacosem, Nanso, Yempe, where the Abacosem, Dia Mayura, Crobias and Toco Henayako, Asantemani Ganina, and if you are seeing Adia Toyeni, Mumwani Yeni, you say Adia Tony Penia, Vini Yimai.
Yeah, so that is social commentator Apia Stadium, who is mourning. He's sad about the incident, and he says that we should not have death as history, but unfortunately, this is what has happened today. The entire palace is mourning the demise of the Asantehemaa Nana Konadu Yiadom III. The Asantehemaa